Hello Taurus, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here for your August 1st until the 20th, 2019. Dear Taurus, thank you so much for all that you do for my channel. I am now doing your reading, the Divine Spread, which is very familiar to all of you. As I always do, I take a Karma Dharma card for what you're working through right now. I'm taking the Universal Love Oracle. So, dear Taurus, let's see what's going on with you. Mercury's turning direct. It's stationing direct, which means that it still has to go through its shadow phase, but it's starting to turn direct in the next few hours. So, Taurus, let's see what the Universal Love Oracle wants to say to you. For those of you that have not watched my astrology update, I've got a video which talks about the main transits and what is important at this time. So, Taurus, you've got blessings. Wow. And that looks like Mother Mary to me. That is beautiful. Let's read from the book for you. Okay. Your recent act of kindness has not gone unnoticed. The universe thanks you for your gentle compassion and bestows eternal love and blessings upon you. You are dearly loved by her and by the divine will of the one whose light fills both heaven and earth. Gently close your eyes as you receive this great blessing. Feel creative strength move upwards through your feet to ground your heart and mind in acceptance and unity. Feel yourself being showered in light from above. Be aware of your presence, standing here in conscious possibility, supported and inspired from above and below. Every kindness further awakens you to the universe residing in your heart. Every tenderness helps the world to glow a little brighter. Every act of benevolence is a blessing onto those and onto oneself. You are part of life's endless blessings, and ultimately we are all one spirit. So, Taurus, from what I get from this card, and I know that Taurian people are very generous. Many times they do they like their comforts, but they're also very providing to others. Now, even though I see Taurus energies with the Four of Pentacles, that doesn't really have to do with being stingy for me. That is more like that message through the Four of Pentacles is usually an energy which says to me that once a Taurian is, once they are won over, and I mean once a Taurian opens his or her heart, they are so stable that it's hard to get rid of them. So it's someone who's very dependable, someone who, if you ask them for a loan because you don't have, let's say, for instance, you've, knock on wood, you've smashed your car and you've got a Taurian friend and you don't have the funds to fix it, Taurus will come in and provide. So, very good friendships. Very nice to have Taurian people around you. I don't know about you guys, but I've had some really nice Taurian people. They're very loyal friends as well. So let's take your cards, dear Taurus. Let's see what's happening for you at this time, and stay with me till the end of the video. I've got just the normal playing cards where I've written some messages, and we'll see what the people in the reading have got to say, what they're thinking, what they're saying. So I've got a lot of beautiful new cards which I'm dying to use on my next readings. I've got some ideas up my sleeve, so hang around, people. And Venus is present. You can hear her little bell. Aphrodite, my kitty. Let's take your cards. Taurus. Taurus, 1st till the 20th of August 2019, love and general reading. And this is the card at the base of the reading. We've got the Page of Swords, and I am using the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot. All the cards will be named in the description box below. Let's look at what's hidden, what you can't see, and the Page of Cups. So we've got the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. New energies, fresh energies. In the recent past, you have Judgment calling. Wow. Scorpio, that's your 7th house of partnership and relationship. So there is another chance being given to you. There is an awakening. It could be a little bit of a rude awakening, which means you could be caught off guard. And I think it's got a lot to do with Uranus in your sign. So it can be a sudden jolt, sudden change, sudden epiphany. Let's see what the now position shows. And we've got Leo, the Strength card. What's crowning your reading? Oh, wow. What's on your mind is the Tower. And this being, of course, in the, that's Scorpio again, but also Uranian energy. For me, that is the sudden change that comes. Something is quickly shifting unexpectedly. And this is in the area of your status, your career, anything to do with authorities. It's how you're seen out in the world. Sudden change. And what's in the action and advice position? Beautiful. Aquarius and the Star. I was thinking, you know, you've got blessings here. Obviously, this sudden shift, this change is going to be very important. And it's going to be very benevolent. Let's see what the outcome is. Oh, Two of Pentacles. Really? You know, what I think with the Two of Pentacles here is that suddenly there could be something really good happening with work. There's an offer coming through, blessings. The Star is a wish card. You're going to be busy. Busy, busy, busy. Let's see what the divine position, so astrologically, how you're being affected, Taurus, at this time. What does the divine want you to know? And you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is my Virgo card. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. And you've got the Magician. Now, you are the Magician, obviously. You're pulling a rabbit out of a hat. The Magician is Mercury, and Mercury rules Gemini as well as Virgo. The Magician is going to be your power. I believe this is the general energy. I think that you're in power. This is a number 1, major arcana. And Mercury is turning direct in the next few hours. So, as above, so below. Whatever's going on in the sky is affecting you down here on this 3D plane. Let's see what else we've got. And this, you know, the sword is standing out to me. You know that, of course, this is, the Magician is someone who is quite intelligent. He's very logical thinking, very intelligent. Let's see what is beneath this. And we've got the Justice card. Wow. Very karmic, people. This is a number 11. Justice is finding your balance. Some of you, for those of you that are dealing with legal issues, you will be able to manifest whatever you need. If you are taking someone to court, you've got the energies on your side. So Libra is also the house of partnership. Libra is also ruled by Venus, as you are. Venus right now is in Leo, so she's You know, Leo is very happy-go-lucky, very risk-taking. Venus is also new projects. The house of Leo is all about creativity. The sun's there. So this is like romance. This is having fun. Mars is also there. Now the moon is going to be joining the party in a few hours. Mercury is just starting to turn direct, and Mercury in about 1.5 weeks will join the party in Leo. So let's see what else we've got under the Justice card. And you've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords can be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. For some of you, of course, this could be your energy, unless you are dealing with another air sign. Beneath that is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is, you know, feeling as though you don't have enough. Five Pentacles is an imbalance. Usually we've got two people that are outside in the cold and helpless, feeling helpless. Usually we've got two people. Here there's three people in this card. So I don't know. Before I go on to the reading, let's take a couple of the Tarot of Sexual Magic and see what's happening in your love lives. Archangel Jophiel, Archangel Michael, please guide Taurus and their love life. What's happening there? With a card of blessings. There are blessings coming into your life. Let's see what's going on in love. We've got 4 cards here. Way too many. 2 cards. 2 cards for Taurus. And we have, wow. That's funny. The Lovers. The Lovers, which is Gemini. But as you can see, we've got 2 divine feminine, 1 divine masculine. This is someone who loves the opposite sex. They love to have fun. And here we've got the Death card, which is a drastic change, a drastic transformation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one more card because I'd like to see what's after the Death card. So the Death card is Scorpio. Of course, that's your 7th house again. There is a change where relationships is concerned. For some of you with the Lovers, you've got a choice of 2. We've got a blonde female and a darker female. The darker female is a little bit more sexual. The blonder female is someone who's much more shy. I just did the Aries reading and they had the same card in the same position. So let's take one more. What's after the Death card? And we've got the 3 of Pentacles. Look at that love. Look at the love. There is so much passion here. This is amazing. And we don't have 3 people in this card. There's only 2, which means that someone is falling away. Looks like if Taurus was a bit of a playboy at some time in their life, it looks like you're going through changes. Okay, maybe because this is a card of like more, it's, you know, very flirtatious, whereas this one here is more like, this is like making love. This is not like playing around, mucking around. These 2 people are making love, and it's crazy passion. It's off the charts. And you know, Scorpio is very deep. Taurus in for Taurians in their relationships can be very deep. They like to share on an intimate level. Scorpio is very intimate, very deep, very like they want to share deeply. Even though Taurus is an earth sign in their 7th house of relationship and partnership, even if it's not love, they like to share on a very deep level with their people, with their tribe. Okay, so All right. Page of Swords. In the area of home, your foundation, your security. Page of Swords can be a student, or it can be also news coming through, communication. This is like pages always come in to bring change, right? Whatever message is coming through is going to, it's going to make you turn a page, let's say. That's what pages do. Now, the Page of Swords can also be, it can be like someone that is looking into your home, your family life. You may be dealing with someone who's got strong air in their chart. They may be spying on you. They may be searching for information. Okay. Page of Swords can also be the student. So some of you may be learning something, studying something about anything to do with what I'm going to say is like, because here it's like, this is, let's look at the horoscope, right? This is the foundation. This is the house of Cancer, logically. Cancer, Gemini, where that's got to do with information coming through in relation to your security, this communication as well. It could even be like some of you are studying with furthering your education, let's say. You could be also communicating with siblings, with neighbors. You could be collaborating in a small group of people. And okay, so if we're talking about Cancer, Cancer is the mother, but it's also Cancer being the home can also be, can be the literal home, or anything to do with foundations. And that's what Taurus is all about. Taurus is all about the earth. Down here is like stability, it's earth. Here in the hidden position, we've got the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is an offer that's coming through that you don't know. And this could be from a water sign, so Scorpio, Cancer, Piscean energy. In the recent past, we've got the Judgment calling. This is like the awakening, the Epiphany. This is also being given a second chance, a resurrection. Something that wasn't working in the past is now starting to happen. With the Page of Cups, usually it's quite a immature offer. Now, could it be an apology that's wanting to come through? Someone wants to apologize, or they're offering you this cup, but I don't feel very strong certainty here in the way that he's pacing himself. So it's as though, you know, they've got cold feet. They're thinking, will I offer that cup? Will I give that apology out? Will it be accepted? That's the question here. In the now position, we've got the Strength card, which is a card of courage, you know, trust. It's also a card of patience, and it's also a card of mastery. You are the master here. And this line seems very outdone, like both these, and the woman and the lion, they look exhausted. So it looks as though some of you are feeling exhausted. You're feeling quite powerless. It's as though you've been beaten with something. Your strength levels are quite low at this time. And this can be, doesn't have to be only physical. It can even be like that fire has fizzled out. Even though there is so much going on in Leo now, I don't see you very fired up. But then here comes the Tower, which is a sudden shift, a sudden revelation, which gives you a new lease on life with the So sorry about that. I just had a tickly throat, and I just needed to get some water. So, as I was saying here, we've got Aquarius. Now, Aquarius can be a wish fulfillment. It can also be that you are receiving a hint of what's to happen in the future. You know, the star can be social media. It's all about groups and associations. It's all about communication. Aquarius is the internet, right? It's also very far ahead, seeing very far ahead. Now, Aquarius with the star, sometimes this can mean healing. This can mean the revelation that comes through gives you hope that your wish will be fulfilled. This is a beautiful sign to have here. Now, if you are a Taurus rising, Aquarius is your 10th house of career, your status, and of course, the way you are being seen out in the world. As well as that, because the 10th house is the house of authority, some of you could be having a wish fulfillment where you are climbing the ladder of your career, right? Your business is doing well. This could also speak of a promotion for some of you. You've worked really hard towards this. This could be something that you've been hoping for a while. But also the star is something at a distance. You may be communicating with someone who's at a distance and receiving good news, which is going to put you sort of in a position of maybe having to make some sort of a choice. As I said, some of you may be getting very busy and you're juggling a situation. You're trying to keep these 2 pentacles up in the air. Also, the card of Aquarius. You know, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is in your sign. So, you know, Uranus can be the tower for Taurian people. For those of you that are in the first few days of Taurus, so, you know, the first decan, first 10 days of Taurus, Uranus is obviously affecting you. Because Uranus is at about 6 degrees. Soon Uranus will be turning retrograde, actually I think on the 11th of August. The day that Jupiter moves direct, Uranus is turning retrograde. Very interesting, eh? And it's going to be retrograde for about 5 months. So that's going to give you a bit of a breather where changes are concerned. I suppose you'll be able to have a chance to catch up on things since you've been really, really busy with changes and, you know, things happening, things in relation to your future are happening. So changes, you know, this is like reinventing yourselves. This is like, it's massive. Uranus in your sign is incredible. So in the position of the divine, we've got the 9 of Pentacles. As I say, this is my card of Virgo. This is someone who is standing financially independent. They've got everything that they desire, okay, but they're standing alone, feeling quite independent. I don't know if that's what Taurus wants. I see a lot of loving here. So let's take a few more cards. As I said before, for those of you that are dealing with legal issues, okay, if you're dealing with legal issues, if there is some sort of some sort of a karmic justice being made here, with a magician, this to me speaks very, very positively. Now, I'm not reading reversals here, obviously. Now, the card of the magician, if it were to be in the reverse, would be the trickster. So for those of you that have been sneaky, or you have been dealing with someone who was quite, you know, sneaky and underhandedly trying to pull the wool over your eyes, you will receive the clarity. don't forget that my readings can be turned the other way round. Okay, so, and it's funny that we've got, I just noticed that sword in the Justice card, very similar to the Queen of Swords. So if you are dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, because the Queen of Swords is sitting right under the Justice card, some of you could be having like legal issues with an air sign, and I just would like to warn you that they can be quite intelligent, where you know their communication skills. It's incredible. Now, if this is your energy, if you are the magician, then this means that you are very sharp, very focused, and you're going to find your balance. Okay, you'll be able to deal with whatever that Justice card is all about. Now, the Justice card is a number 11. That's like walking through a new doorway. Geez, someone really wants my attention right now. Yeah, so it seems like what I feel, dear Taurus, is someone is really wanting your attention. Someone's knocking at your door and you're not listening. That's what I feel. I feel that I needed to tell you that message. Now, I'd like to take some extra cards and see what else is going on. Okay, so I'm using the Witch's Tarot now for clarity. Let's take one card on each position. Okay, so what's this Page of Swords in your foundation? We've got the Magician again. Wow, seems like you are the magician for everyone in your family, whoever you are dealing with, like even, let's say, your extended family. I think that a lot of people wait for your expertise, your abilities. You've got the Magician twice. Now, again, as I said, Mercury is going to move direct. You will be receiving information that's going to be affecting or bringing changes into your home, your family situation, your stability, your security. And as I said, with the Magician, as above, so below. So something is happening up there in the sky for you that's giving you, like, it's giving you power. What is the Magician? He's very powerful. Let's look at the hidden position in that Page of Cups. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Yes, someone's having a really, really hard time bringing that apology forward. And even maybe even offering their cup of love. Now, usually in the hidden position, it's not your energy. It doesn't mean, I'm not going to rule it out totally, but I do feel that whatever the problem is, because this Page of Cups is really like stumbling to walk. So some of you, I don't know, because of so much going on in Capricorn, a lot of people have had issues with their skeleton, their bone, their structure, their bones. So I don't know, this person looks like they've sprained their ankle, and it's hard to get to walk. But you know what it is? Whoever is coming forth with this offer, they will manage to get to their goal, because the Ten of Wands does turn into the Ace. Let's look at the Epiphany now. You've got two Epiphanies here. You've got the Judgment card, which is a second chance. We've got the Five of Wands, which is like all these dragons, all these nightmares. This is such a harsh card in comparison to other Five of Wands. This is like someone's having nightmares. it's like a dream. It's as though they're dreaming of the resurrection and they're so frightened of it. They're so frightened of moving past this energy. Thank God we've got the death card here, which is, I think that it's very good. They work very good together, the judgment card and the death card. I want to take one more card because another card wanted to come out with the Five of Wands. Let's take it because fives are always an imbalance. And we've got the Two of Swords. So yes, having to make a blind decision. Having to make a decision blindly. And this is scaring the hell out of you. You are lacking in information, obviously. So at one point, if you've been in a connection where you haven't been on the same page, or one of you, either you or your partner, did not see settling down as being an easy thing, whereas now you are reinventing yourself, you're going through massive changes, either you or your partner. I think mostly Taurus is going through those changes, big changes, and maybe it was probably Taurus. Maybe it was Taurus that was frightened of giving this connection a second chance. Why? Because maybe because of past experiences, some of you may have not been able to trust that people do actually settle down. They can settle down with one partner. Maybe in your younger years you've seen a lot. You've seen a lot going on now. For some of you, this could be like, you've got a choice of two people. One person is leaving the equation, I feel. And for those of you that are tired of living the single life, I think that you may be, that's what the epiphany is. That's what the shift is. Now, because we've got Leo here as well, you may be dealing with Sun, Moon, or Rising Leo. Someone's tired of waiting around. They've had enough. They've been over-patient. They've trusted in this. Let's see what else we've got with the Strength card. And we've got the Nine of Swords. They're thinking the worst. Okay, this is someone who cannot relax. They're having sleepless nights. I did talk about nightmares, and we've got the Five of Wands, Nine of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Judgment card. Someone hasn't been sleeping well. Let's take another card on that Nine of Swords. Too much thought, too much mental hardship here going around, a lot of thoughts going around in your head. And for those of you that may be separating with an air sign, they sense this, or even if they recognize it, they're having a lot of hardship. But they don't have it. They're exhausted. They don't have any more fight in this. They don't have any more energy. For those of you that are going through a legal battle, both parties are very exhausted, I see. What else you have here is the Temperance card, which is, look at that rainbow. This is like after the rain. After the rain comes out the rainbow. Temperance speaks of patience. It speaks of healing. It speaks of Sagittarian energy, which is Jupiter. Okay, Jupiter has been retrograde for a few months. He's getting ready to come out of that retrograde motion. I think blessings are coming in for everyone. And this card says blessings. So Jupiter could be playing a big part in your natal charts, in your birth charts. Now, okay, so yeah, for those of you that are Taurus rising, Jupiter and Sagittarius is your 8th house of Scorpio. It's the 8th house, which is, it's Sagittarius. Your 8th house is Sagittarius, but it's still the 8th house, if you get what I mean. So having Jupiter in the 8th house of other people's money is very benevolent for you. Very good. Now, the 8th house, of course, is sharing on a deep level, right? And Jupiter can also mean legalities. And, you know, of course, going through a divorce or something like that. So let's look at that card of Uranus and Scorpio, the Tower. What structure is coming down? And, you know, the structure that's coming down, this could be like, again, an epiphany where you realize what's important, or it can even be like something that you've been building wasn't built on solid ground. And, you know, here it's even a church. Oh my God. So this is like breaking the barrier of traditions. Very Aquarian energy, doing things differently, eccentric, breaking free from any boundaries. Let's see. And we've got the Karma card. Wow. The eclipse energies. This is judgment calling again. Number 2. Unbelievable. Incredible. This is the full moon lunar eclipse, it looks like. Could be any eclipse. So July, we had 2 eclipses, right? I would say mainly because it's in the area of Capricorn. So there is a culmination because the eclipse happened right on Pluto. And this is Pluto here. So as of the 16th of July, or maybe just a bit earlier, even up to a month earlier, and still now we're in those energies where you're going through an epiphany, you're going through a major change. Major change. What's that star card? Wow. Taurus. Taurus is taking the plunge. For those of you that have been waiting, now doesn't mean that I said if you're dealing with another air sign, we've got Aquarius and we've got Libra. So you could be divorcing a Libra, you could be dealing with another Aquarian, but I think mainly this is your energy, dear Taurus. You are doing things in a very ingenious way. Here is the 4 of Wands, which speaks of a firm foundation. You are putting those foundations in. You are building. Remember what the card says here. Blessings. You are being blessed by the divine. Let's look at this 2 of Pentacles. Very interesting. Some of you are ready to take the next step. Either move in together, or because you've been independent, and this is the big change. This is any sort of a celebration. It could be that you are celebrating a wish fulfillment. Doesn't mean that it has to be that you're getting married or engaged, right? So let's take one card on the 2 of Pentacles here. And we've got the High Priestess, another 2. And the High Priestess is trusting your intuition. She's the moon goddess. She's got the new moon at her feet. So remember, the new moon, last new moon was the actual eclipse that happened in the sign of Cancer. So we've got both eclipse energies here. We've got, I did say, because it's in the position, let's say, of the area of Capricorn. So big changes for Taurus. Now the High Priestess, she sits between 2 pillars. Yes. And she has a deep knowing. She's very spiritual. This is like the Virgo Piscean axis. Very strong intuition. And the high priestess, because she sits between those two pillars, I do see her like 2. She's a 2, which looks like an 11 again. Okay, so as I said, Venus is, she's actually blessing you with her presence. She was just scratching me saying, hello, pick me up. Venus is blessing your reading. Hello, Kitty. Hello, my beautiful Venus. We called her Venus because we found her on the day that Venus was coming out of retrograde like a couple of years ago. And look at how she's enjoying her a pat. And she doesn't, sorry about this, but she doesn't really sit with you very often. It has to be that special time, which is now. And she's just loving this. Aren't you beautiful? And you know, it's a funny story the way we found her, because we were going for a drive with my daughter, and we passed this statue, which was Aphrodite, Venus, and we thought, oh, you know, that was our favorite place to go for a drive. And then we found a stray dog just there where Aphrodite, the statue, was. And my daughter's she's an animal lover, big time. She's even vegan. That's how much she loves animals. So it was close to my daughter's birthday, which she's an Aries, so April 14th. So we found the stray dog, and we took it to the pet store because we had to get it taken care of. We couldn't just abandon it in the street. So as soon as we walked into the pet store, there were a few kittens there, and my daughter went up to the cage, and Venus went straight up to my daughter. And I said to her, oh, look at her, she loves you so much. I said, would you like me to buy her for you for your birthday? And she said, of course, Mum. That's a silly question. I'd love to have her. So that's why we called her Venus. And yeah, she's a little bit wild, but you know, she'll want the love. She wants the love when she wants it. Okay, so she doesn't want to go home. She doesn't want to get off. Here you go, Venus. Here you go. Say hi to everyone. Say hi. I have to continue this reading, my darling. Hello. Hello. You're such a sweetheart, aren't you? I'm going to put you down now because I've got work to do, right? Okay. Looks like Taurus wants love and nurturing and a lot of... down you go, darling. Taurus is in a very loving energy right now. Looking for love, I would say, dear Taurus. Right. I think she even she's wet my cards. That's how much love she felt. That is a blessing from Venus, really it is. I mean, wow, so much passion. Just like, wow, that was an interesting story that I shared with you guys. I hope you don't mind. So that was like the 3 of Cups here. It's not the Cups, it's the 3 of Pentacles. I don't know why this card is the 3 of Pentacles. It should have been the 3 of Cups. Look at all the love here. So let's continue. Thank you, Venus. Okay, so let's look at the High Priestess again. So this is you trusting your intuition that you are at the verge, on the verge of something new. Yeah? And, you know, she is very spiritual. So there is a connection here. There is a strong connection. And, dear Taurus, you are depicted by the Hierophant. So this is your partner, obviously. Okay? Let's take one more card. And we've got the Emperor, which is Aries, Taurus energies. Now, the Emperor is a number 4. He's all about stability. This is the father. Some of you could be a father, literally, but this shows someone that's been through hardship. This is the boss, nevertheless. He sits on the throne. He's an emperor, okay? So it's hard work. The emperor works very hard. He's got an empire to rule. And the emperor many times can be quite Saturnian. So it's hard to get through to him, yeah? Let's look at that 9 of Pentacles in the divine position. And we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles does speak of, oh wow, I could have sworn we had the 5 of Pentacles here. Yes, we did. You did, dear Taurus. Here, there is no one. This is like, look at all the snow here. Look at all the cold. There is no one present. There is no one present here. It's all about, it's barren, it's cold. Yeah. Can someone be happy only with their money and their comforts? No, obviously. Now, with the 5 of Pentacles, I do feel that both people, if you are not communicating or, you know, the 5 of Pentacles does show to people outside of a church. It says that there are blessings once the perspective has been changed, yes? You do have support around you. All you need to do is ask for it. But I feel that both people are feeling like this. I feel that both people are feeling left out in the cold. Now, this could also mean that one person is financially secure, whereas the other person is not. So let's take another card. And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. This is also a successful new beginning. Ace of Swords is communication. So if there has been a lack in communication and speaking truthfully, I think that once the eclipse energies kick in, you will know in your life when that tower happens. Let's take another card on that tower with the karma card, which is the judgment. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is, again, Libra, equal giving and receiving, equilibrium, generosity, giving to the children, giving monetary help to your children. If you are going through legal issues, this is you being quite generous. Let's take another card. I'd like to take one more card on this Ace of Swords. And here you are, the High Priest. Here you are. This is beautiful. A beginning, a sex. Okay, a lot of you are wanting to have a sexual relationship. Some of you are feeling very passionate and very, woohoo, like really sexually attracted, as you can see here. But it's not only a sexual connection, it's not only an emotional, it's something that is like very divine. It's like a divine union. Just like the card said, the card of blessings. It's a spiritual union as well. I would like to take some Sibillas, just a couple of Sibillas, and then I will take my special cards. The High Priest. We do have 2 keys here, so someone, and this could be both parties, could be, you could be dealing with 2 different houses. So you could have your house and a holiday house, or you could be dealing with 2 businesses, or this is like a past relationship and a new relationship. Whatever those two keys speak about to you, this is again a choice. Some of you are doing things in the traditional way. Others of you are breaking traditions. And that was quite a similar sort of a message with Aries. So I don't know if you've got strong Aries in your chart. You could even have your north or south node there. Let's take 3 Sibillas. We've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, this is an offer coming through. It's 11 going through that new doorway. This is very romantic. The Lamante is very romantic. Here we've got another 11, which is the Il Nemico. So this is the transformation that's happening here. Negativity is shedding. It's like dropping, just like the skin off that snake. And Sacerdote. And number 13, the transformation. Here is Taurus. Here is the commitment. If there have been secrets that have been withheld, this is changing. They're coming to light. Yeah. These together, these 3 cards equal a 35, which equals 3 and 5 is an 8. And that's the House of Scorpio, but it's also the Strength card. What I'd like to look at now is the Karma Dharma position. Okay, what I find really strange is that we've got the Emperor. We don't actually have a Queen apart from that Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, I suppose it could be a past partner that you're dealing with, but it could be someone, whoever else you're dealing with now, whoever you are committing to, that is more cerebral. So I have already mentioned Gemini and Virgo here, because we've got the Magician, and this is they're the 2 signs that are ruled by Mercury. So very cerebral, very, logical thinking. Let's take 3 cards here. Now we've got Constanza, which is something unchanging. 10 of Cups. This is like maybe even visiting a place where, it's a place that's going to make you very happy. Or what I noticed here is that, see that sun in the distance? The sun is rising. It's right on top of the blessings card. Here we've got Gran Signore. This is you, dear Taurus, number 13. Yes, so this is someone who is very financially stable, abundant. This is someone who can be a little bit cocky because they come from a background of, the VIP people, the royal-blooded, from a heritage which was quite royal. And we've got Donna de Servizio, which is the card of Virgo. This is help. This is the servant. This is positive energy as well. So 3 of Pentacles, collaborating on a small group. 3 of Pentacles, this is like, if this is work, this is like working within a group of people where you are doing your thing and you're being congratulated on that. Okay, sometimes I do see, and I call him the King of Hearts, which is because it's the 13 hearts, right? The King of Hearts. Some of you may have strong water in your chart. Okay. So what I'd like to do now, dear Taurus, is actually take a message for you. I'd like to look at the Emperor. I'd like to take a look at that Emperor. Let's see what that Emperor wants us to hear. I'm actually going to take a message on the Emperor, which I feel is the High Priest. It's your energy. So also a message from the High Priestess, because she holds her cards close to her chest, right? And this could be your partner, your counterpart. So let's see what the message is for the Emperor. And it says, you were overbearing, I felt suffocated, there were insecurities and jealousy. This is the Nine of Wands. So I think that that's why the Taurus needed a shake-up. Taurus felt somewhat suffocated. Now, would it be like with the new person? Not necessarily. Maybe this is a message about his past, right? So let's take one more card. One more card, and I'll put it on the High Priest, okay? And it says to be, oh wow, another 10 of Pentacles. So 9 and 10 of Pentacles, I prefer to be friends. Wow, he really doesn't want to tell us. We've got the 9 and 10 of Pentacles. I said I would put on the High Priest. But maybe there has been a friendship in the past. But I do see here the Sacerdote. It's like marriage. You've got the card of Taurus twice. Let's take a card on the High Priestess first. And she's got, I dreamt of you before I met you. She's got the Four of Wands, which is someone who's always wanted stability. This is someone who's always wanted a commitment. Let's take one more on this Sacerdote, on the Emperor. Remember how I said the Emperor can be quite Saturnian? It's very hard to get through to this Emperor. Very hard. And here we can't, here we say, I can't get over you. So this person has realized that they cannot get over, he can't get over this new partner. Yeah, so obviously, we all receive lessons in our lives, and sometimes the divine needs to bring us those lessons. Maybe if we can't see our path forward, if we're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, it's all about what's happening, what source, what God, whoever you believe in, is serving to us. And nothing happens for no reason. There is always a reason behind every single little thing that happens. So, dear Taurus, I do hope that this was of help for you. I hope that it resonated. If not, please watch your moon or your rising sign. Thank you all for all that you do always on my channel. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. Bye-bye.